Hello everybody. We start our class with this situation. Young people can change the world and solve problems, collaborating and being creative. Now students reflect and answer these questions. What problems affect your community? What sort of information can be trusted to learn more about this problem? How can be part of the solution? What is your action plan? Can you communicate in English to solve problems in your community and raise awareness? Students, welcome for our English class level A2. The number of the week is 22 and we continue with the topic My Project. Pronunciation. Brave, brave, bring justice and equality, bring justice and equality. Fat, fat, land liver, land liver. Look around. Quote, quote, recycling centers, same opportunities, save money, set up a kiosk, set up a kiosk, speak up, speeches, speeches, stand up for girls' rights, stand up for girls' rights, teams have a voice, teams have a voice, jump leader, win-win situation, win-win situation. Activity number one, change the word. Okay, match the phrase with a picture that best represents them. For example, number one, fight for equality for girls and women in the world. Number two, use your creativity to solve problems in the world. Very good. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. Excellent. Find a current problems in your community and solve it. Very good. Listen and read. Listen to and read the interview with Malala and Jose Adolfo.
Malala Yousafzai, a young education activist from Pakistan.
Hi Malala, welcome to our TV show, Teens Have a Voice.
Thank you for the invitation.
You are a very popular activist for education. Why did you decide to be an activist?
Well, in Pakistan, many girls don't study or work. Many marry at a young age. Only 66% of girls in Pakistan finish primary school. This is the story of many girls in the world, and we shouldn't stay silent.
Of course, education is a universal right. What activities do you do to raise awareness about girls' education?
I gave my first speech when I was 11 years old, and I started a blog to talk in favor of girls and women. Unfortunately, I was attacked because I spoke out about the importance of education for everyone. But luckily, I survived. After that, I wrote a book called I Am Malala to tell my story and help others stand up for girls' rights.
You are really brave, Malala. Now, tell us more about you. What is your mission?
My mission is to bring justice and equality for all girls and women in my community and in the world. Everyone should have the same opportunities.
Malala, thank you very much for your time. Do you have any final message to share with us?
Yes, my favorite quote is, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world."
That's a great message. Thank you for coming and keep speaking up for girls.
Thank you.
Jose Quisocala, a young banker from Arequipa, Peru.
Jose Adolfo is 15 years old, and he is a banker from Arequipa. Welcome to our radio show, Young Leaders. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm happy to be here.
Please, tell us about the problem you identified in your community.
Well, in my community, there are many teenagers and kids that quit school to work.
That's terrible. And what did you do?
I decided to start a students' bank called Barcelana because I wanted to help my community. I think all children and teenagers should go to school.
Oh, I understand. So they had to work because their families needed money.
That's right. They needed to make money and save money too. So, with the help of my school, we set up a kiosk where teenagers and kids sold used paper and plastic to recycling centers.
That's very clever.
When teenagers and kids open bank accounts in Barcelona Student Bank, they receive debit cards. After that, the money from the plastic and paper they sell is deposited into their account. So far, over 3,500 students have accounts at the bank.
Fantastic. The bank helps children and teenagers to continue their education, and it helps the environment too.
It's a win-win situation. You should tell your children to open an account too.
That's a good idea. Do you have a message for Peruvian teenagers?
Use your creativity to change the world. Mahatma Gandhi said, if you want to change the world, be the change.
Thank you very much for coming, and please keep changing the world. We need more young innovators like you to solve the problems in our community.
Thank you for the invitation.
Okay, understand exercise number 1. Complete a text about Malala. Okay? Malala is a young activist from Pakistan who believes we should stand up for girls in Pakistan because they can't study or work, and many have to marry at a young age. When she was only 11 years old, she gave her first speech. She was even attacked by people who didn't agree with her. Fortunately, she survived and wrote a book about her experience called I Am Malala. Her mission in life is to bring justice and equality for girls and women. About Jose Quisocala. It is a teenager banker from Arequipa. He noticed that in his community some teenagers and kids quit school because they needed to work. So he decided to start a student bank called Barcelona. With the help of his school, he set up a kiosk where students can sell used plastic and paper to recycling centers. Then students can open a bank account and start saving. Jose's project helps teenagers and kids continue their education, and it also helps the environment. Very good. Let's practice. This is part of your homework. Exercise number 1. Classify the following phrases, okay, in facts, goods, and recommendations, and put a check next to the sentences that are in the text. Activity number 2 or exercise number 2 is a listening comprehension. And the most important activity 2. Do it yourself. In this part you have to make a presentation about society problems. Remember your product for lesson 21? Yes. In this activity you have to present your project, your product. You have two options: to present your product in a video or an audio. Record an audio. You can use cell phone cam, WhatsApp audio, programs like a Bandicam or another app. You need materials such as your product of lesson 21, and you have to consider in your presentation these four characteristics. First, present a problem using a graphic organizer about the lesson 21. Okay? Number two, mention at least 4 sentences using cause and effects about the problem. Number three, mention one recommendation in order to take care our community. And characteristic number four, the presentation has to have an introduction, describe the problem, and closing. Okay, students? This is your homework for this week. Take care a lot and see you